5. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. The idiom, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, is used to express that two options or choices are essentially the same or have the same outcome. It means that the difference between the two options is so insignificant that it doesn't really matter which one is chosen. This idiom is often used to convey that there is no substantial advantage or disadvantage in choosing one option over the other. It implies that the two choices are equal or have equal merits and drawbacks. Here are a few examples to illustrate the usage of this idiom. 1. Example: Person A, should we take the bus or walk to the restaurant? Person B, it doesn't really matter, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. The distance is the same either way. In this example, person B is saying that whether they take the bus or walk, the amount of time or effort required is essentially the same, so it doesn't make a significant difference which option they choose. 2. Example: Person A, should I wear the blue dress or the red dress tonight? Person B, it's really up to you. Both dresses look great on you, so it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. In this example, person B is suggesting that the choice of dress doesn't really matter because both options are equally good. The outcome or the overall appearance will be the same regardless of which dress is chosen. 3. Example: Person A, should we take the highway or the scenic route to get to the beach? Person B, either way, we'll reach the beach. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. In this example, person B is indicating that both routes will lead them to the same destination, so it doesn't really matter which one they choose. The outcome, reaching the beach, will be the same regardless of the route taken. Overall, the idiom, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, is used to convey that two options or choices are essentially the same and have no significant difference in outcome. 4. Cut from the same cloth. The idiom, cut from the same cloth, means that two or more people are very similar in terms of their behavior, characteristics, or beliefs. It suggests that they share the same qualities or have a common background or upbringing. This idiom originates from the world of tailoring, where cloth is cut to make garments. When multiple pieces of fabric are cut from the same cloth, they are identical or very similar in appearance, just like people who are described as being cut from the same cloth. Here are a few examples to help you understand the usage of this idiom. 1. Sarah and her sister are cut from the same cloth. They both have a great sense of humor and love to make people laugh. 2. The two politicians are cut from the same cloth. They both prioritize the needs of the working class and have similar policies on health care and education. 3. Despite growing up in different countries, Tina and Maria are cut from the same cloth. They both value family traditions and have a strong work ethic. 4. The two artists are clearly cut from the same cloth. Their paintings share a similar style and use of colors. 5. The siblings are so different from each other. They are definitely not cut from the same cloth. In all these examples, the idiom is used to highlight the similarities between individuals or groups. It emphasizes that they share common traits, beliefs, or backgrounds, making them comparable or alike in some way. 3. From Missouri. The idiom, from Missouri, is an expression that means being skeptical or doubtful about something. It originates from the state of Missouri in the United States, where people are known for being cautious and requiring substantial evidence before believing something to be true. Here are a few examples to help illustrate the usage of this idiom. 1. I told my friend about a new diet that guarantees quick weight loss, but she is from Missouri, so she wants to see scientific studies before she believes it. In this example, the person is skeptical about the diet and wants to see evidence before accepting its claims. 2. The salesman tried to convince me that this car was in perfect condition, but I'm from Missouri, and I insisted on getting a mechanic's inspection before buying it. Here, the person is being cautious and skeptical about the car's condition, and they want to verify its state before making a purchase. 3. The politician made promises during the campaign, but the voters were from Missouri and demanded concrete plans and actions. In this case, the voters were skeptical and wanted more than just empty promises from the politician. They required substantial evidence and clear strategies before trusting and supporting the candidate. Overall, the idiom, from Missouri, is used to describe someone who is skeptical and requires convincing evidence before accepting or believing something. It emphasizes the importance of being cautious and not easily swayed by mere words or claims. 2. Cost an arm and a leg. The idiom, cost an arm and a leg, is used to express that something is very expensive or comes at a high price. It is a figurative expression and does not literally mean that you have to give up body parts to obtain something. Instead, it emphasizes the idea that the cost of something is exorbitant or unaffordable. Here are a few examples to illustrate the usage of this idiom. 1. I would love to buy that designer handbag, but it costs an arm and a leg. In this sentence, the speaker is expressing that the handbag is very expensive and beyond their budget. 2. My car broke down, and repairing it is going to cost an arm and a leg. Here, the person is saying that the cost of fixing their car is extremely high. 3. We wanted to go on a vacation to Hawaii, but the flights and accommodation would have cost an arm and a leg. This sentence demonstrates that the expense of the trip was too high for the speaker to afford. 4. She really wanted to attend that conference, but the registration fees were going to cost her an arm and a leg. In this example, the person expresses that the cost of attending the conference was unreasonably high. Overall, the idiom, cost an arm and a leg, is a colorful way to describe something that is excessively expensive. It is frequently used in everyday conversations to convey the idea of high costs without being taken literally. 1. Out of one's depth. The idiom, out of one's depth, is used to describe a situation in which someone is in over their head or lacking the necessary knowledge, skill, or experience to handle a particular task or situation. It implies that the person is unable to cope or understand what is happening because the situation is too difficult or complex for them. Here are a few examples to illustrate the usage of this idiom. 1. John was asked to lead a team of experienced engineers, but he quickly realized that he was out of his depth. He didn't have enough technical knowledge to guide them effectively. 2. Sarah decided to take on a challenging project at work, but as the deadline approached, she found herself out of her depth. She didn't have the necessary expertise to complete the task successfully. 3. The young swimmer was excited to participate in the advanced swimming competition, but once in the water, she realized she was out of her depth. The other swimmers were much faster and more skilled than she was. 4. The professor asked a difficult question during the lecture, and most of the students were out of their depth. They hadn't studied the topic in detail and couldn't provide a satisfactory answer. In all these examples, the idiom, out of one's depth, is used to convey the idea that the person is facing a situation that is beyond their abilities or knowledge. It emphasizes their lack of understanding or capability in dealing with the task or situation at hand. Did you like the video? If yes, give us a thumbs up. This will help the channel as well as others to find it. We add multiple videos daily. Subscribe, so you won't miss any.